Have you ever wondered what it really means when a man wants you in his life? Not what he says, not what he promises, but what he consistently shows, even in the moments when he doesn't realize someone is watching. Because there comes a time in every woman's life when she realizes something powerful. A man's intention is never hidden. It's expressed in the small moments, in the silent choices, in the gestures he never announces, but somehow you always feel. Maybe you felt it before, that strange confusion where his words say one thing, but his energy says another. Maybe you stayed awake at night, replaying the signals, wondering if you misread them, or if he simply never cared enough to make things clear. And maybe, deep down, you've asked yourself the question no one wants to admit. If he really wants me, why doesn't it feel like it? It's a painful question, a heavy one, but also the one that frees you. Because when a man truly wants you in his life, you never have to decode him. You never have to chase clues, dissect silence, or search for emotional crumbs. His actions speak the entire truth. Let's talk about that truth, the kind that's felt more than heard. The kind that shows up in small, almost invisible ways until you realize those small things were actually everything. So take a breath. Let your heart soften for a moment. Because what you're about to hear isn't just about men. It's about recognizing your worth, your intuition, and the signs your soul has always understood but your heart sometimes ignored. Because if he truly wants you in his life, he won't leave you guessing. He won't create confusion. He won't let you feel like a temporary moment in his permanent world. He'll do these things effortlessly. And once you understand these signs, you'll never question someone's intention again. When a man truly wants you in his life, the first thing he offers, without being asked, without being pushed, is presence. Not just physical presence, emotional presence, mental presence. The kind of presence that says, I'm here, even when I can't be near. It's subtle, it's quiet, but it's undeniable. Maybe you've experienced this kind of presence before. A message that comes at the exact moment you wondered if he forgot you. A call late at night because he remembered something you said in passing. A simple, did you eat? Did you reach home safe? I was thinking about you. These small moments might seem ordinary, but they're not. They're the fingerprints of intention. Because presence does not come from convenience. It comes from care, from thought, from effort. When someone wants you, they think of you beyond the moments when you're physically in front of them. They remember you in the middle of their day. They choose you in the middle of their distractions. They make space for you, even when life feels too full. And the beautiful part? They don't make it dramatic. They don't call it sacrifice. They don't treat it like a task they completed for praise. They show up because they want to show up, because they can't imagine not showing up. Presence is the first sign. Consistency is the second. Consistency isn't about perfection. It's not about grand gestures or constant messages or being available 24/7. It's about stability, predictability, the kind of emotional rhythm that tells you, you can trust me. I'm not here today only to disappear tomorrow. When a man wants you in his life, he makes sure you feel secure, not through flowery words, but through patterns. Patterns that repeat, patterns that become reliable, patterns that make you look at him and think, yes, this is someone I can lean on. Maybe you've seen the opposite. The man who is warm one day, distant the next. Loving this week, cold the next. Available when he's bored, gone when he's busy. That isn't inconsistency. That's indecision wearing the mask of connection. But when a man truly wants you, his consistency becomes your calm. Not because you depend on him, but because he gives you a foundation you've been trying to build alone for far too long. He makes things clear. He sets the tone. He removes the guessing game. You don't feel like you're solving a puzzle. You feel like you're building something steady. And here's the truth most people don't want to say out loud. When someone truly wants you, effort becomes natural. Not forced, not begged for, not negotiated. Natural. Effort is one of the deepest forms of love. Not flowers, not gifts, not grand speeches. Effort, the mundane kind, the unglamorous kind, the kind most people overlook because it doesn't come with fireworks. It's him doing the little things that ease your life. Opening doors you didn't notice were heavy. Taking care of things before they become problems. Remembering the dates you never mentioned twice. He notices. He listens. He takes responsibility for the emotional space he occupies in your world. And the truth is, men don't put effort into what they don't care about. They don't prioritize what they don't value. They don't nurture what they don't want to keep. Effort is always a confession. But the most beautiful thing he'll do, the thing that separates interest from intention, is this. He'll make you feel safe to be yourself. Not the polished version, not the filtered, edited, perfect version, but the real you, the emotional you, the vulnerable you, the soft you, the strong you, the version of yourself that only shows up when someone feels like home. When a man wants you in his life, he gives you emotional safety. The kind of safety that melts your defenses. The kind of safety that allows your voice to shake and your truth to be messy. The kind of safety where you don't fear being too much or too emotional or too honest. He doesn't just listen, he hears you. He doesn't just respond, he understands you. He doesn't just comfort, he reassures. And that's the difference between someone who is temporarily entertained by you and someone who is genuinely invested in you. You may have been with men who criticized your emotions, who made you feel dramatic, who rolled their eyes at your sensitivity, who only wanted the fun parts of you, but had no patience for the tender parts. But when a man truly wants you, he makes space for all of you, not just the parts that benefit him, not just the parts that please him, all of you, because to him, you're not a moment. You're not a convenience. You're not a distraction from boredom or loneliness. You're a priority. He'll show it in how he talks to you, how he plans with you, how he includes you, how he considers you before making choices, how he builds a future where you're not an afterthought, but a part of the foundation. And maybe you've never truly experienced this before. Maybe this feels foreign. Maybe it feels too good to be real because you've lived too long in the shadows of half love and half effort. But your soul knows the difference. Your intuition feels the shift. Your heart recognizes when something is genuine, even if your mind is scared to believe it. Because a man who wants you in his life shows you in countless unspoken ways. He remembers your favorite things, not because he's trying to impress you, but because he's paying attention. He supports your dreams, not because it benefits him, but because he wants to see you shine. He chooses patience, not because he's perfect, but because you matter. He chooses communication, not because he loves talking, but because he doesn't want to lose you to silence. He chooses honesty, not because it's easy, but because he respects your heart too much to confuse it. When a man truly wants you, he protects your heart as if it were an extension of his own, not through jealousy, not through control, but through devotion. And here's something most people don't realize. A man who truly wants you will never let the bond fade due to ego. He won't disappear after an argument. He won't let pride destroy something meaningful. He won't punish you with silence. He won't make you chase an apology. He won't wait for you to fix everything alone. He'll come back. He'll talk. He'll restore peace. He'll show emotional maturity, the kind that comes from valuing someone more than his anger. Because wanting someone in your life isn't about romance. It's about responsibility, emotional responsibility. And when he truly wants you, he carries that responsibility with grace. He doesn't fear commitment because to him, committing to you is not losing freedom. It's choosing direction. It's choosing partnership. It's choosing a future. Maybe you've met men who feared commitment because they feared losing themselves. But the right man knows that being with someone who brings peace doesn't shrink him. It strengthens him. You won't feel like an obligation. You'll feel like a blessing. And here's something important. A man who truly wants you in his life will also grow with you. Not just love you as you are, but evolve with you. He'll rise to meet you. He'll heal himself. He'll work through his flaws. He'll confront his patterns. Not because you forced him, not because you begged him, but because your presence inspires him to be better. Love, when real, becomes a mirror, showing someone who they can become. But out of everything, there is one sign that is the clearest, the purest, the most powerful. He chooses you, not once, not twice, but continuously, even on hard days, even in difficult seasons, even when life tests the bond, even when silence feels easier than honesty. He chooses you. A man who wants you in his life shows up. He stays. He grows. He nurtures. He protects. He invests. He commits. He cares. And you feel it. In your heart. In your spirit. In your peace. So if you're listening to this and wondering whether he wants you, stop listening to what he says. Start observing what he does. A man may confuse you with his words, but he will always tell the truth with his actions. And if he truly wants you in his life, you won't have to chase clarity. You won't have to beg for time. You won't have to earn love that should be freely given. You'll feel chosen, desired, included, safe. And once you experience a man like that, you'll never settle for less again, because you'll finally realize something you should have known all along. The right man doesn't make you question your worth. He makes you remember it. If this touched you, share it with someone who might need these words today. And if you want more videos like this, make sure to like and subscribe. Because somewhere out there, someone is looking for the kind of love that feels like home. And when it arrives, it won't confuse you. It will comfort you.